CARY VANCE, Miami Music Week here on One Music Ave and Radio Road with Tim Clark. How are you, Tim? Doing great. Thank you so much for being here. So there's a lot of people here. Tell us a little bit about Tim Clark. Who are you? Like what? Tell me the music you make, the person you are.
Maybe I'll leave that out.
Okay.
I had to think. Well, I was on route to Cleveland. I was in the corporate world for a long time and had some success. And then I took a step back. I was a little tired early and pursuing what my passion was. Actually, I like DJing. I like mixing. Probably a producer second. Type of sound that I have is what they call it, Quinter Grade now. Where and I got tech house and house here, and you got trance here. I'm kind of right smack in the middle. And I had about 15 and 16 something originals. New one called Oasis was released in the Rushed Way. And then To Give You Hearts, of course, is still released on any, and that's all about the big person to fill.
Now you mentioned you come from the corporate world. Is there a comparison or a big difference from the corporate world to the DJ world?
You know what? DJing and mixing and producing is with more bright gray than people thought. Everybody thinks that it's you're a loosey artist, but with music structure and composition and bars and stems and platforms and technology, it's actually it's pretty technical, and so that enabled me to grasp to the right grade, enabled me to grasp the concepts well, and plus I grew up paid concept world, and on set either you play piano, you gotta play forts. So I grew up in T-Field, and that got me started. And I started listening to things like William Orbit, Rick Wakeman back in the day, and a free generated electronic. And then I fell in love with electronic music about 2005.
So while you were in the corporate world, you were loving music.
Yeah, but it kept me busy. I owned a company called Trade Block Eats, valued about $50 million, and now it's in the capable hands of VPs and the president that I hired, and I took a step back and I'm able to pursue my passion.
So you talk about music, creating music. Were there inspirations? When you talk about the future rave, which is a sound that's starting to kick in for people, who are people that you admired in the music world growing up?
Well, I'm kind of an 80s guy, so I did the rock bands, when the drenched up in the 90s, but electronically, in the mainstream were Tiesta, especially old Tiesta, and Armin, of course, Bad Beard. And people like Marcus, who's just here, and for of course, Follow Kapoor. And then also I have a flip side, which might be my little techie house side. I like Sasha Dibweed, Solomon, Richie Had, Carl Fox, and people of that nature. So there's my two worlds.
You're like a harder stuff.
Yeah. Well, kind of that continuous tempo stuff, and then over here that trance stuff. It's yes of Gal House. That just right in the middle, but those are probably my influences.
So we're here in Miami Music Week for known artists as well as aspiring artists. It's probably the biggest week for electronic dance music in the U.S. What's a piece of advice you would give to an up-and-coming artist?
Well, you got to be driven, and you got to love what you do. Only if you love what you do, you'll get through the bad days and the good day. And if you love what you do, you just keep that even if I.
All right, now we're going to do something to give people a chance to get to know who Tim Clark is, right? We're going to do something called Cary's Quickies.
Okay.
All right? Hot or cold?
Hot.
Fast or slow?
Fast.
What's the fastest you've ever driven a car?
On the Ferrari, so probably 186.
Miles per hour?
Yep.
All right.
In the desert.
Hard or soft?
Hard.
What are we talking about?
Alpha guy.
Something breaks in the house. You hiring somebody or are you fixing it?
I'm hiring.
Mashed potato, baked potato, or French fry?
I like mashed potatoes.
Pool or ocean?
I'd say pool at my house.
Before you go to sleep at night, you curling up with a good book or you're watching TV?
TV.
Are you watching reality TV or are you watching a regular TV series or a movie?
I like to be taken away from things, so probably fantasy type of TV movie, something made up.
What's the last song you sang in the shower?
Forgiving Hearts, my own.
Well, Tim Clark, thank you so much for spending some time with us here on One Music Gab and Radio Road. Continued success and congrats.